Hello, everybody. How are you all? Hope you're doing great. So, welcome back to another session of learning English and speaking fluent English with me. Today, I have 22 words for you, 22 C1 level words, which are going to improve your English. So, the 22 words that I have for you today are not just words, it's not a word list, but I'm giving you the complete context how to use in a situation with lots of example sentences and pronunciation practice. Do not forget about the pronunciation practice because it is integrated with a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons are integrated with pronunciation. You know that. So, this lesson is again going to be integrated with context and pronunciation because context matters a lot. If you know these 22 words but you're not able to use them, what is the purpose of learning? So these words are not just there for you to learn, but for you to use. You're going to use them exactly after I finish this lesson. Now, we are going to learn these words in the set of 10 and 12. And after every set, there is a quiz where you can check how much context have you understood. So you'll be using the words with context in that particular quiz. There are two quizzes for you so that you can also improve and apply the words that you're learning at the same time. This is going to be a power-packed lesson, a vocabulary masterclass. So are you all ready for this? I'm Shivangi Gupta, your CELTA-certified English language tutor, certified by the University of Cambridge, the UK. Before beginning, please subscribe the channel for more such awesome English lessons and like this video, also share it with your friends too. Coming back to the lesson, let's start with the first set of words. Words 1 to 10 are the words which are at C1 level. There are so many beautiful words with pronunciation and context. After we are finished learning all the words, the 10 words, I have a quiz for you. So let's begin with the 10 words now. Word number 1. Word number 1 is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Now repeat after me. For pronunciation, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yes, phenomenal. What is phenomenal? Well, this is extremely positive word. And let me give you an example sentence for context so that you can understand it in a better way. She gave a phenomenal speech on sustainable development. Phenomenal. That means something that is extremely good, remarkable, outstanding. That is phenomenal. The team gave a phenomenal performance during the match. So phenomenal. That means something that is extremely good, remarkably good, that you cannot even tell. It's like out of the word good. It's so good. So that is phenomenal. The degree is higher than outstanding and excellent. It's above that. So when you want to appreciate something, next time you can use it for a situation and experience anything. Say phenomenal. Word number 2. Word number 2 is nostalgic. Nostalgic. Now repeat after me. Nostalgic. Nostalgic. Now what is nostalgic? Well, this is actually an adjective and it's derived from the word nostalgia. Nostalgia. You must have heard this word. Well, it's a very good feeling. Nostalgic is basically the feeling of that past, when you remember the past and you feel good about it, and you also feel sad about it, maybe because those moments will never come again. For example, going to school. Now you cannot go back to school and experience everything once again. It's done now. It's a part of your life that you cherish and it's over. So when you remember those school days, you might feel so good. Oh, remember we went to that particular picnic, we did that day this happened, we took participation in one of the competitions, this happened, the annual function, whatever it is that you remember. And with that, there is a bittersweet feeling. It's called bittersweet. Why bittersweet? Because you are so happy about it, but then there is this feeling that, okay, a little bit of sadness that it was there in the past. So that is nostalgia. That is the feeling of being nostalgic. For example, an example sentence could be, watching Harry Potter always makes me feel nostalgic because that is associated with something of my childhood. So yeah, watching Harry Potter makes me nostalgic because I always remember all those things. So there are things that a lot of people find nostalgic. Maybe there's the first experience of going to a particular park, a place, and you have associated something with that particular thing. So you'll feel nostalgia, that you'll remember something good from your past. And yeah, that is the feeling of nostalgia. For example, thinking about school days made them feel nostalgic. So there might be this group of friends, they are talking to each other and they are remembering their school days, college days, and then they'll feel nostalgic about it. So that is nostalgic. Have you ever felt nostalgic about anything? If yes, do let me know in the comment box below. I'm sure you must have felt the same feeling. Word number three. Well, word number three is peachy. Peachy. Peachy is like just like a word that we did in the recent video. We did a word, remember, rosy. And you people loved it so much. So I've decided to add a new word related to this particular color and all that. That is peachy. Now, just like rosy, peachy is not just a word which we associate with the colors of peaches or the color of your skin, maybe. No, it's not. It has another meaning. And that is extremely good. Well, in informal language, if you say I'm peachy, that means you're feeling good about something. You are feeling good. I'm peachy. So it's always a feeling or it's about an experience. Well, I had this peachy experience of going on a vacation to Singapore. So peachy, that's peachy. Something is really great, good, because have you seen peaches? Peaches, they symbolize such freshness. Everyone loves them. The texture, the taste, and everything, right? So from there, this word has been derived. It's kind of an expression that if you're peachy, you are extremely good. You're feeling great. So use this word next time you want to describe something as good, or if you want to tell, yeah, you had a great experience about something. Say peachy. Word number four. Well, word number four is charade. Charade. Now, repeat after me. Charade. Charade. Yes, basically, charade is a word that is not of English origin. Well, it's an English word right now. We use it a lot in common spoken English. It's a formal word, although it's used a lot. And it has French origin. So, this particular word has French origin, and that's why the pronunciation, as you can see, spelling is different, pronunciation is a bit different. It's charade. Now, charade. Have you ever heard about the game Dumb Charades? Yes, that's the same, charade. That means to pretend to be something or someone, or a false pretense. Basically, when a person is doing something in a false way, a false manner, having a false pretense, that is charade. It can be a situation, an event, a person who is appearing to be someone he or she is not. That is a charade. Now, this person may be pretending to be your friend. In reality, that person is not your friend. That means it's just a charade. Everyone believed they were really good friends, but it was all a charade. So, charade, that means a false pretense. Charade. What is with all this charade? Why don't you tell us the truth? Charade. Now, the word number five. Word number five is something similar to charade. This word is facade. Facade. Now, facade, let me tell you an example sentence so that you can understand it in a better way. He hid his true intentions behind a friendly facade. He hid his true intentions behind a friendly facade. So the meaning is actually same. Charade and facade. Facade is also a false pretense. Now, charade can be a situation, it can be the appearance of a person, the way they behave, but facade is almost used for, always used for a person who is behaving in a false manner to show something that he is not, and that is in a positive manner. So, facade is basically to give a false pretense in order to show something in exterior. The person wants to show that they are really good. A false good pretense. That is what we say when we say facade. Now, example sentence, another example sentence could be, they believed in her goodness, but it was all a facade. So, facade and charade, two words that are French originated, Their word origin is French, but they are right now popularly used in English language. They are English words. Use them. Word number 6. Word number 6 is generous. Repeat after me. Generous. Yes, generous. Excellent. Now, in this particular word, generous, what is the meaning? That is the quality of a person, generous. He was so generous to offer help to the old lady. Generous. That means when a person is really helpful, they are kind, they are going way beyond what was expected to help somebody. It can be in terms of kindness, in terms of monetary benefits. So when a person is generous, so when a person is helping somebody with money, that is also generous. When someone is showing really kind behavior, helping a person, going out of the way to help a person, another person, that is being generous. For example, it was so generous of you to help me with the calculus. So when someone is teaching you something or you might need help and there is this particular person in your group, they are good at calculus, you're not, you're asking for help, then that means, yeah, it was so generous of you to help me with the calculus. She received a generous amount of money as the prize. So when someone receives a lot of money being the winner of a particular event, that is also generous. So it can be termed as in terms of money, or when someone is helping somebody without thinking about their own benefits, without any kind of selfish motives, nothing. They are just generally helping other person with good feelings in the heart. That's it. That is, a person is being generous. Word number 7. Word number 7 is illusion. Illusion. Now repeat after me. Illusion. 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 Now this is something which is very confusing. In the last video, in one of the recent videos, we did the word delusion. Delusion. Right? Delusion, illusion. What is the difference between these two words? So I'm going to tell you everything today in this video. So first, let us talk about the word illusion. Illusion is something which is not a reality and we are believing in it, but we are not aware about it. For example, he's living in the illusion that he owns the place. Illusion. That means he's not even aware about the reality. What is the reality? He's in his own world. That is illusion. One more thing is, when we say illusion, it involves vision, our eyes. When something deceives our vision, for example, what we are viewing and what we are viewing it as, it's something else, not that particular thing, that is also illusion. For example, the museum of illusions, because you might appear so tall in a particular mirror although you're not, or maybe something will appear so far in the mirror although it is not, right? So that is illusion, something which appears to be like something but it's in reality not. That is illusion. Illusion involves your eyes, vision, and belief where you're not even aware about the reality. Now, what is delusion? Delusion is basically, it's a psychological term, more so a psychological term. When a person is aware about the facts and the reality, still the person choose to live in his or her own world of illusions. That means they are somewhere or not aware about the realities, but they choose to ignore the reality and live in that illusion that they have created. That is delusion. That means the person is aware about the reality in delusion. In illusion, the person is not. That is the difference between delusion and illusion. The room on the top floor gives an illusion of extra space. So that can be an example sentence, illusion of extra space. That means it's deceiving your eyes. When you look at it, it gives the illusion of extra space, although there is no extra space. So that is illusion. Now we cannot use delusion here. No, delusion is a totally different word. Word number 8. Word number 8. Listen carefully, everybody. Word number 8 is prodigy. Prodigy. Now repeat after me. Prodigy. Prodigy. Excellent. Now what is a prodigy, or should I say who is a prodigy? Prodigy is an adjective. It's something that we give to a person who's extremely talented in something. So this person has extreme skills in a particular field, in his or her field. For example, we can say he is a chess prodigy. You must have heard this particular term given to a lot of people who are good at what they do. For example, football prodigy, science prodigy, maths prodigy, music prodigy. So prodigy means you are really talented, extremely talented in your particular field at what you do. Now, prodigy also means that a person who is showing great ability or skills in a field from a young age. We call childhood prodigy. For example, let's take the example of Harry Potter was a wizard prodigy, and from childhood that was there. If you've seen the movie one, when people look at Harry Potter, they are all like, oh, you're Harry Potter, he's just a child. But people are just so amazed by looking at him because he is known to be that wizard prodigy all over the wizarding world. So that is prodigy. A person who's from young age shows skills in a particular field is prodigy. A person who's extremely talented in his or her field is a prodigy. So that is a prodigy. Word number 9. Word number 9 is subtle. Subtle. Now repeat after me. Subtle. Subtle. B is silent over here. B is silent. Now this word subtle is so beautiful and the meaning is again quite beautiful. Let us look at the context first, right? There are subtle differences in both the paintings. Subtle. That means slight, very light, kind of minute differences. There are no major differences. Slight differences, something that is barely noticeable, that is subtle. Something that is very less in degree. For example, we also say subtle colors because they are kind of pastel colors. A lot of people call pastel colors to be subtle in texture, subtle in the shade because they are very light in color. So subtle is very light, very slight. Something you do slightly, barely noticeable. That is subtle. Subtle. Yes. Now, another example sentence. The subtle nuances of English pronunciation is difficult to master. The subtle nuances of English pronunciation is difficult to master. Well, that's the truth. Yeah. So, subtle. Word number 10. Word number 10 is, listen carefully, everybody, ponder. Repeat after me, ponder. Ponder. To ponder. To ponder is to contemplate. To contemplate. That means ponder is a synonym of contemplate. Something that we did in the last class, if you remember, the word contemplate. So ponder is to think about something. You're thinking about a thing. And you're thinking quite seriously about something. You ponder about. Always remember to use ponder about. She pondered about her future. That means she pondered about her future was she was thinking really carefully about her future. The player pondered carefully before the next move. The player pondered carefully before the next move. So they were thinking about it. For example, the game like chess where you have to think a lot. So ponder, that is ponder. I hope you had a great time learning all the 10 words. Let's put them to practice with the quiz number 1. It's time to practice everything. All the context, the example sentences, everything that you've learned just now. Let's check how much have you retained. The quiz is now on your screens. You have to use each word from the word bank to fill in the blanks. You can take some time to look at everything, read all the sentences, and choose the words wisely. I want to give you a pro tip. Pro tip from my class, that is, look at the context. When you're filling up the blanks, you have to look at the context that's given in the sentence. So, time starts now. Okay, let's check all the answers. Question number 1. The young chess defeated grandmasters who were decades older than her. Young. So the word young here is a context clue. Now, another thing, defeated grandmasters who were decades older than her. Defeated. That means some kind of victory. And I think you got the answer. It's prodigy, right? So the answer is prodigy. young prodigy. Remember, we did this. Now, the next line, the next question, despite the chaos around him, he remains surprisingly as if nothing bothered him. As if nothing bothered him. This is your context clue. As if nothing bothered him. What kind of behavior this is? We just did it. That's nonchalant. Nonchalant behavior. So the answer is nonchalant. Okay, the next one. Question number 3. The magician created the dash that he had vanished, but he was actually hiding behind the curtain. So the context clue over here is actually hiding behind the curtain. He created. What do you create? An illusion, right? So the answer is illusion. Illusion. Again, the pronunciation illusion. Yes. Now, the last one, the billionaire was known for being very. Obviously, we have only one option left. So that's generous, donating millions to charity each year. So it's generous, a person who's willing to give and help others, right? This is generous. Now, talking about the context clue for the last one, it's known for being very, and then donating millions to charity each year. Donating, the act of giving something to help others. That's generous. Let's move on the next set of 12 words. These words are quite popular. Use them a lot in conversations and on social media. It's important to learn some difficult words used in day-to-day modern English, used on social media in conversations so that you can use them confidently and appear a fluent and confident speaker. Let's do it. And also, there is a quiz number 2 at the end of all the 12 words, so stay tuned for the quiz. Word number 1. Word number 1 is main character. You've heard this word, right? Main character, somewhere or not on social media. What exactly does this word mean? Now, I'm going to give you an example sentence so that you can understand it in a better way. Main character. You know, he's working on a very important project and he's really happy about it. He's kind of in his main character era. Recently, she posted a story and it gave off the main character vibes. Main character. So basically, main character is what? The protagonist of any story. And when we say main character vibes, that means this person has done something important and they are displaying themselves as the main character of their life, their story. And everyone is like the main character of their story, aren't they? So you are the main character of your story, I'm the main character of my story. So main character means that the person is showing something important that they have done, and that's something very important for them in their life. For example, for me, my work is very important. I create YouTube videos for all of you related to English language. This is my work, this is my profession, my education has been done in this particular field. So yeah, when I do this, I feel like I'm in my main character era. So that is what main character means, that you get that vibes of importance, and everybody has that. So if you're doing something, you're loving it, you can say, I'm living in my main character era. I'm focusing totally on myself. That is the main character era. Main character vibes, main character energy. You can also use energy with this particular word, main character. So are you in your main character? I'm sure you are in your main character. Do let me know in the comment box below. Word number 2. This is going to get really interesting. Word number 2 is ghosted. Ghosted. Yes, ghosted, a new word that is going on around. And let me tell you all the words that we are covering. These are the terms, the words, colloquial and modern words. What are colloquial words? Colloquial words are basically the words which are used in the current time, in the present time. So these words are colloquial words. They did not exist so much in spoken language, on social media, so much in usage. They were not so much in usage like 4 years back. If you would have gone 4 years back, think about it, they were not there. But today people are using them a lot. So these are the colloquial terms. They are not slangs. They are proper words that we're using. Often informal words, but yeah, the words. Okay, now coming back to the word number 2, ghosted. You have heard it a lot, right? What is ghosting? He ghosted me, she ghosted him, this and that. So, ghosted is basically a term which is used when someone starts ignoring you without any reason, and all of a sudden, like everything was going great, you and your friend might be talking to each other, and suddenly they stop talking to you altogether, right? For example, I thought she was my best friend, and all of a sudden she ghosted me. I have not heard from her in 5 days. That means you do not even know what that other person is doing, the other person exists or not. So they were with you, they talked to you, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, it's like they're gone from your life. It's like all of a sudden they are just gone. They stopped texting, calling back, any kind of communication. It was cut off without giving you a valid reason, without giving you a hint or something. That is ghosted. And this is a term which is used a lot in friendships. You have a friend, a person might ghost you. You can also use it at workplace if you're talking to a colleague, particular colleague, and he or she ghosts you. That is also ghosting. It is used quite popularly these days in terms of dating and relationships, friendship. It's a word which is used a lot. So now you know the correct meaning. One thing that I want to tell you is it's a proper word that you can use in a lot of contexts. Not just in terms of dating, but you can use it in terms of friendship, in terms of your workplace, anybody who's showing ghosting behavior where they're ignoring you all of a sudden without any reason, that means ghosted. So it's basically a behavioral term, ghosted. The word number 3 is glow up. Glow up. Now what is a glow? Glow means glowing. When something glows, is it a positive or negative word? Definitely positive, right? So are you able to understand the concept? Glow up. It's highly positive word, and let me tell you an example sentence so that you can understand the context. I have met her after a long time and she has had a really great glow up. So, glow up is basically a transformation, a positive personal transformation. These days, people often take glow up as a synonym of makeover, and that is a particular kind of glow up. Glow up can be anything. Any positive transformation in your personality is a glow up, that you have, leveled up your game and you have gone a crazy transformation in a positive way. That is glow up. So, a person who was not able to talk before is talking really confidently with everybody. After 2 years, you're meeting your friend, and this person has developed excellent communication skills. That's a glow up. The person has upgraded his or her fashion sense. That's also a glow up. So, glow up is basically a transformation, often regarded as a physical transformation, a transformation of personality, or an overall makeover. Glow up. Now, the word number 4. The word number 4 is, you might have heard it, you might not have heard it because it's a fairly new word. That is breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbing. Like breadcrumbs? So, breadcrumbing. What is this word? Well, it's like a sister word of ghosting. We all know about ghosting, right? It's used a lot. And recently, just in this lesson, we have covered the word ghosting. When someone ghosts you, when you're ghosted by somebody. Breadcrumbing is again a behavioral word which is similar to the meaning of ghosting. Kind of same category word, but not exactly same in meaning. So, if I have to say what is the exact meaning, I would give you one example sentence so that you can understand the context, because with context, you'll be able to understand it in a better way. The modern word, colloquial word, breadcrumbing. Okay, listen to this carefully. She kept on breadcrumbing me for a week because she wanted to complete this project. I thought he was one of my good friends, but he was breadcrumbing me just because he wanted to complete his assignment and he wanted my help in that. To breadcrumb is to show fake interest in somebody. When somebody is breadcrumbing, they are showing fake interest in somebody. They are showing fake sincerity. Like the other person would think that, oh, this person is true with his or her feelings. Such a sincere friend, such a sincere best friend, companion, classmate, colleague, whatever you want to say. It can be used in any context, in context of friendship, co-workers, in the context of dating. Yes, with anybody you can use this particular word, that is breadcrumbing. So when someone shows some fake interest just to keep other person interested, maybe they have some personal motive behind it, something like that, that is breadcrumbing. For example, there is this particular assignment, your friend needs your help. There's this particular other person in the class, same class, and this person starts showing interest. They wanted to be your friend. Now they're saying, we want to be your friend after the project is done. It's like, who are you? That kind of attitude. That means they were showing fake interest for some kind of personal motive and something like that. That is breadcrumbing. To show fake friendship, fake interest, fake sincerity, fake feelings, just to keep other person interested all along. That is breadcrumbing. Okay, word number 5. Word number 5 again. It's going to be really interesting. That is FOMO. FOMO. Now you must have heard it. FOMO, right? What is FOMO? Basically, FOMO is short for the fear of missing out. Kind of abbreviation, you can say, but it has become a word in itself. People use FOMO a lot. FOMO, fear of missing out. Well, we are living in the world of social media, right? We see other person, we compare, we judge, we do a lot of things. And in this particular era of social media, FOMO has become common, quite common, specifically among young adults and teenagers. People who are in their early 20s, who are teenagers, they face this problem of FOMO, fear of missing out. Your friend got placed in a really good company, you might face FOMO. For example, let me give you an example sentence. She was suffering FOMO because her best friend got placed in one of the top companies during the placement drive. So this was the first placement drive. Your friend might have gotten the job, and now you're suffering from FOMO, whether you will get the job or not, whether they will select you or not. So that happens. FOMO is quite common these days. Fear of missing out. Have you experienced it ever? So if yes, do not do it and keep doing your work. That is the thing. Word number 6. The next word is vibe or vibing. Now, vibe and vibing. I totally love this word because this is full of positivity. I'm going to give you an example sentence and you will guess the meaning. I'm sure you know it. You can relate to the meaning, but still let me give you an example sentence. Okay, listen to it carefully. We were vibing to our favorite song. We were vibing to our favorite song. We vibe so well together. So, vibe is basically the positive energy. It's a feeling that you feel so positive, enthusiastic, joyful, and it's like a great feeling to be feeling like out of this world, that kind of feeling. And vibing is to enjoy. So when you enjoy with somebody, that is a great company. That is also a vibe. And if you vibe to a particular thing, it can be a place, it can be something that you love doing. If that particular thing gives you positive vibes, good feelings, that is also vibing. So you vibe to something or you vibe with somebody. So are you guys vibing? With whom do you vibe? Let me know in the comment box below. So the word number 7, the next word is savage. Savage. Now, literally, savage means, savage is kind of a word related to brutal and attacking and all that. But in modern term, in colloquial term, what does this word mean? Savage. It's kind of an awesome word actually. We use it in a positive way. When somebody has very strong personality, and this is an awesome word, kind of awesome word. I want to give you an example sentence so that you can understand it in a better way. Okay, then we'll discuss the meaning. The way she handled everybody with a comeback was amazing. What a savage reply. So, savage is basically something which is kind of brutal but honest and awesome. Brutal, why? Because they're not afraid to take risk, or they are not afraid to call out somebody who's maybe doing something wrong, saying something to somebody, and they come up with an awesome comeback. You know, that's like a savage reply. And savage means the quality of taking the risk. Somebody who has courage to take risk, who is harsh. Harsh means that the person doesn't back out easily. They're not scared, and that is in a very awesome manner. So it's like a personality trait, being savage. So, you get the point. Basically, a person who does not care for the consequences and would not normally do something that normal people do, right? They would do something different. They would do things differently without caring about the risks, the consequences, and everything. If they want to do it, they would go for it. That is the kind of savage attitude. Okay, now the next word. Now, the word number 8. Now, this word is very popular. Word number 8 is situationship. Situationship. It's going on a lot these days. Social media has made this word a lot popular. What exactly is a situationship? Now, we know about the word relationship, but what is situationship? So, basically, situationship is, let me give you an example sentence and then you can understand it. So, situationship. She's not sure about her feelings. She cannot decide whether it's a situationship or not. She's not sure about her feelings, right? Like I've told you in the sentence. So, situationship is when you're not really clear about whether you are in a committed relationship with somebody or not. It can be two friends who are really great friends, but then they are more than friends, but not a couple. That is also a kind of situationship. This is a term that today's generation, Gen Z, has created. Now, this is a word actually, and this word situationship is going on around a lot. So, situationship means you are interested in somebody, and that is like you do not have any kind of surety that you really like the person or not. It's kind of even being confused about what you feel, what you think, what you want. That particular situation is actually situationship. So this is something that is happening. People are commenting on it, making memes and reels and whatnot. You might talk with your friends too, and you might use these words when you are gossiping about somebody, right? When you hear it. Now, next time you hear the word, be confident to use it. You know the meaning. What is this word? Situationship. Word number 9. Word number 9 is gaslighting. Gaslighting. Now, this is a word which can be confusing. It's popular. Again, a colloquial term which is being used in terms of behavior. Behavioral word. The way people behave, what they do. So, this is a social media term, and this is a proper word. You will also find it in the Cambridge Dictionary. A proper term, that is gaslighting. What is it? Basically, gaslighting is to make other person believe something that is not true, or they might question their own thoughts, their own identity, their own beliefs, everything. They would start questioning it. So it's a manipulation technique, tricking somebody into believing things that are not true, and tricking in such a way that they question their own perception about the world. So they are tricking them into believing something which is not true. At the same time, they're also making them a victim of thinking something negative about themselves. So the person who is being gaslighted thinks that, okay, whether I'm thinking this is true or not, whether I'm doing this action is good for me or not, they start questioning everything. They start doing that. So that is gaslighting. For example, somebody might gaslight you if you think that this person is not doing something like this person is not behaving well with me, this is happening, there is something wrong in this particular situation. You confront that person, and somehow that person makes you believe that that person is perfectly fine. It's you who has problems, who is creating issue out of nothing. That is gaslighting. If your feelings are valid, true, if you think that this person, whatever this person is doing, this might be selfish, if you think, because they have not shown any concern towards you. It can be anybody, it can be a friend, a relative, anybody you like anybody, it can be anybody, and then you feel that this person is doing something negative, selfish, I'm feeling this way, you confront them, then they somehow make you believe that no, your views are wrong, they are a very good person, they are this and they are that. That is gaslighting somebody, they are gaslighting you, making you question your own feelings, own beliefs, own perception of the world. So do not get gaslighted by anybody. Well, the word number 10 is slay. Slay. Now, slay is used in traditional term, that's kind of a negative word. But in colloquial use, that is the spoken English, in conversations, when you say, yeah, you slayed it. What a presentation. You slayed it. The way you spoke on stage, you slayed it. So that means a positive effect. You slayed it means you gave an awesome presentation. You were awesome. Basically, to slay means to have performed in an awesome manner. Anything that you do was awesome, was amazing, totally out of the word. That is slay, to slay. The way she dressed and came into the room, she was slaying. That means she looked really powerful, beautiful, everything. The energy, that was awesome. So, slay. Word number 11. Word number 11 is something that you might not have heard, and you might be that word. What? That's confusing? Well, word number 11 is zillennial. Zillennial. Now, what is this word, zillennial? Or should I say, who are zillennials? Now, have you heard about Gen Z and millennials? Now, can you understand? Can you get that point? If I mix it up, that becomes zillennial. So, zillennials are basically people who are somewhere between Gen Z and millennials. It's considered to be the last 2 years and the first 3-4 years of Gen Z combined as zillennials. So, zillennials are also the people who might be Gen Z, born in the early years of Gen Z, the early year of that time frame of that generation, but they cannot relate to Gen Z a lot, and they feel like they relate more to millennials. So, their behavior borderlines more on the millennial side. That is zillennial. So are you a zillennial? A lot of people experience this thing that they are somewhere between that time period of being a millennial and Gen Z, and they don't know what to call themselves, whether to relate to Gen Z or millennials. So here is the new term for you, that is zillennials. Specifically for that person, for those people, are you a zillennial? Well, let me tell you, yes, I am a zillennial. So I'm a zillennial. Are you? Let me know in the comment box below. Well, the word number 12 is Delulu. Delulu. You must have heard this, right? There is a phrase too. Delulu is the only Solulu, right? That is going on social media. Delulu is the Solulu. So what is Delulu? We have covered this particular word in the last masterclass on words, on vocabulary. That was delusion. So if you remember that word delusion, delulu is basically the short form or the colloquial modern term word that is used in spoken English for the same word. Delulu means delusion. The same thing. What is delusion? Being in that particular state where you believe on things which are not real, even though you know that these things are not real, you realize the facts, still you stay in that dreamland, in those beliefs that you have, you know they are not real, still you believe them. That is delusion, or in the modern day word, delulu. So yeah, delulu is the only solulu. That's, I think that's a belief that is going on social media. And solulu means solution. Delusion is the only solution. Well, I don't know. I don't relate to that. I live more in reality. I like to live more in reality. So, but yeah, it can be for teenagers. It's going on, this particular phrase. So let them be. It's fine. Teenage is that particular era where you are in this dreamlike state because you have so many dreams that you see, the vision that you have that you want to achieve. And I think for them, that particular thinking is fine. That's fine. That happens in that age. It's totally fine. What do you believe in, Delulu or the real life? Do let me know in the comment box below. Okay, so a sentence on this particular word could be, whenever I talk to her, I don't know what she keeps on thinking. She's in her own delulu. He lives in a delulu. I really can't relate to the things he talks about. Delulu, delusion. So these were the 12 words, and now it's time to check whatever you've learned with the quiz number 2. So here is the quiz on your screens. You can see 4 questions with fill ups, and there is a word bank. Use the correct word to fill in the blank. Pro tip, pay attention to the context in the sentence. You can pause the video, take your time to solve the quiz, and then come back to watch all the correct answers. So, I'm going to discuss the answers for all the questions now. Question number 1 is, you absolutely dashed that presentation. Everyone was so impressed. So, the context clue over here is everyone was so impressed. That means positive word. What is it? If you say that it's slay, you're absolutely correct. But we'll say slayed, past tense. So you absolutely slayed that presentation. The next question, he kept telling her that never happened, making her question her own memory, which is a classic example of, well, if you say that the context clue over here is question her own memory. That means question your own self, your own beliefs. The answer is obviously gaslighting. You are correct. Gaslighting. Gaslight someone. Okay, the next one. She applied for the job and did an interview, but the company just dashed her instead of sending a formal rejection. So instead of sending a formal rejection, very popular word, ghosted. Right? Ghosted her instead of sending a formal rejection. So this word is being used a lot these days on social media. Now, it was a dash move to call out the CEO during the all hands meeting, but it got everyone's attention. It was a savage move, although that was the last option left, right? So you all know the answer, but savage, that means doing something that goes against the normal norm, rebellious behavior, So that is savage, and it's like something that you're calling out someone on the something that they did. So that is savage. So this is the quiz number 2. If you got everything correct, all the answers correct, just mark yourself, give yourself marks out of 8, and what's your score? So this is your understanding. This is what you're taking away from this particular lesson, the 22 words. And now you've upgraded your English a lot with these 22 words. Your English is upgraded. What are you waiting for? You've also done the quiz. You're ready to use them out in the real world. You're ready to use all the words and speak fluent and confident English. So that was it. That's it in today's lesson. I'm going to meet you again in a new lesson. Till then, everybody, take care and bye.